Yo guys, Hungary is a tricky track to nail. It's often likened to Monaco without walls due to its high levels of downforce that teams have to run in their setups. There are a lot of slower corners that all tend to flow from one into the other, and this really tests the car's balance as well as its aerodynamic setup. If you can create a car setup that's easy to drive consistently, that'll give you a solid base to work from. Because Hungary is a track where flow and consistency are both crucial. If you find a really fast car setup that is hard to drive, you'll be punished around the 14 corners of the Hungaro ring. So with that in mind, here is my best race setup for Hungary in F1 22. As I just mentioned, you'll require high levels of downforce at this track. Many time trial setups will use close to 50-50 wings to max out their downforce. However, I've come away from that a little to give you an edge on the straights. With 50-50 wings, you'll find it incredibly hard to overtake during a race. Instead, go with 43 on your front wing and 49 on your rear. This will give you close to maximum levels of downforce with a little extra top speed over the other drivers. For the transmission, you'll want lower levels of both on-throttle and off-throttle diff. A low on-throttle diff of 66 will help with traction out of the slower corners. This is crucial out of many turns, but most importantly turns 7 and 14. The chicane of turns 6 and 7 is possibly the hardest place to find traction, while turn 14 leads directly onto the pit straight, which is the main overtaking spot. Keep your off-throttle diff down at 55 to give you a little extra rotation at slow speeds, mitigating a lower front wing aero. For the suspension geometry, go with a front camber of -2.5, a rear camber of -1.8, front toe of 0.05 and rear toe of 0.2. The lack of toe will help a little more down the straight to give you a bit more top speed. For the suspension, I've gone with the usual approach of a stiff front end to help responsiveness and a softer rear to aid traction. Go for 9 on your front suspension and ARB, and lower the rear suspension and ARB all the way down to 1. Then a ride height of 3 and 4 is just about perfect for Hungary. For the brakes, I've taken the usual approach of 100% brake pressure and 50% brake bias, and the tyre pressures are on the higher side. You'll want slightly lower rear tyre pressures, as this will increase the contact patch with the road and help a little more with traction at slower speeds, while the higher front pressures will help with initial turn into corners. Go with 24.5 on your front pressures and 22.3 on the rears. If your tyre setup values are different to these, just try to set the closest values you can to my setup. It doesn't matter if they're out by 0.1. This is possibly one of the harder tracks to drive and master in F1 22. The combination of technical corners that flow into each other will punish you if you get your racing line wrong through any part of the track. During a race, focus on your traction under acceleration and try not to light up the rear tyres. This will increase temperature and tyre wear, as well as losing you valuable lap time. But let me know how you find this setup in the comments below. Hit that like button to really help this video rank in YouTube, and subscribe to our channel for more daily F1 22 content. But for now guys, I'll see you on track.